legend, you know? Very strong, he's very, very fast. And still Manny Pacquiao looks like...
Manny has so much experience, that man, he could get through anything. You know, as long as they have the right plan, whatever they do, man, they have that.
This guy is everything I would want to be, you know, as a career, as a fighter, because he did everything, like, you know, with such grace, and he did, you know, pit up.
1. Manny Pacquiao was once one of the most feared and respected fighters in boxing, and even after all these years, he's still a legend. Many of today's top boxers, many of whom grew up watching him fight, continue to speak about him with deep respect. So, what makes Pacquiao so special? Why does this 8-division world champion still amaze even the best fighters in the game? And why does his name still carry so much weight? Now, with the surprising news that he's coming out of retirement to fight Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title, the boxing world is buzzing. The announcement has grabbed everyone's attention, fans, fighters, and experts alike. People are wondering, does Pacquiao still have what it takes? Is this comeback for real? Top fighters didn't waste time reacting, and what's interesting is how much respect they showed. One of the first to speak up was Terence Crawford, known for being brutally honest and one of the best pound-for-pound fighters today. Crawford doesn't throw around compliments, so when he praised Pacquiao, it meant something, and it got people talking. Pacquiao isn't just a former champ to many, he's the last of a rare breed in boxing, and now, as he gears up for one more run, the world is watching closely.
Do you think he's too old at 46 to fight Barrios? I can't say if he's too old or not. You know, if he get in there and win, then...
Terence Crawford didn't hold back. He called Manny Pacquiao one of the greatest fighters of all time. And get this, he said that even at 46, he still wouldn't bet against him. That's a huge compliment, especially coming from Crawford, who's known for being tough and honest, not generous with praise. It just goes to show the level of respect Manny has earned, not only from fans and sports writers, but from today's top fighters too.
I don't put no limit on an all-time great like Manny.
And Crawford wasn't the only one speaking up. George Bamboos Jr. also reacted quickly after the news broke. The former unified lightweight champ, who once held the WBA, IBF, WBO, and ring titles, has always felt a strong connection to Pacquiao. Their fighting styles, dedication to training, and underdog spirit share a lot in common. There's a real sense of mutual respect between them.
It's surprising. Obviously, I know Manny very well. You know, he's a true competitor. He's a guy that if you put something in his head, and obviously to create more history, he's a guy that's going to give everything. And
George Bamboos Jr., whose roots trace back to Sparta, a land known for its warriors, understands what it truly means to fight with heart. In his own words, when Manny Pacquiao sets his sights on something, he doesn't quit until he gets it done.
Try his best. That's what Manny, one thing I always learned with Manny is give 110% and try your best no matter what. So
this wasn't the first time Bamboos had praised the Filipino legend. In a previous appearance on the Joe Rogan podcast, he called Manny 1 in a billion and said that no one would ever match his record of winning world titles in 8 different weight divisions. It's an achievement that still stands alone in boxing, and likely will for many years to come.
I know the man that I was sparring. I love that guy. So, but again, he's a legend, and he turns it on.
Another reaction came from one of boxing's more outspoken personalities, Rally Romero. Known for his bold attitude and his recent big win over Ryan Garcia, Raleigh offered a funny but honest take on Pacquiao Hall of Fame induction. He joked that Manny should have been inducted years ago and said it was almost disrespectful that it took this long. And when someone like Raleigh, who's known more for sarcasm than sentiment, shows that kind of admiration, you know it's coming from a genuine place.
Have an opportunity like that to spar 250 rounds with one of the greatest of all time. I mean, he won world titles in what, 8 divisions?
8 divisions, 13 or 14 world titles.
Crazy.
It will never be done again.
Crazy.
And as much as you want to see records broken, and you know, I want to break records. That man is a one.
Speaking of Ryan Garcia, his reaction was more heartfelt than humorous. Ryan has never hidden how much he admires Pacquiao. He's openly called Manny his idol, saying Pacquiao is everything he ever wanted to be. And for Ryan, it's not just about boxing. It's about the kind of person Manny is.
Manny Pacquiao, he's going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. He's an inductee.
Wait, he isn't inducted yet?
Not yet. He's an inductee.
Wait. He said, wait. So Manny Pacquiao is not inducted in the Hall of Fame?
Not yet. What does he mean to the sport of boxing?
No, wait. Y'all just got me fucked up. Wait. The one dude, the 8th division champion, not inducted to the Hall of Fame. So, well, I mean, obviously now he's
Ryan Garcia spoke about Manny Pacquiao work in the community, his kindness, generosity, and the inspiration he's provided, not just as a fighter, but as a person. Manny has helped so many people, and that's something Ryan hopes to do as well. For someone like Ryan, who understands the power of media and influence, that kind of respect carries real meaning. It shows that Pacquiao's impact goes far beyond the boxing ring.
That's one of my idols. Like, I really look up to Pacquiao. Like, people don't know, but like, he's one of the people I look at. I'm like, man, like, this guy is everything I would want to be, you know.
Then there's Devin Haney, the sharp, composed 2-division champion known for his technical skill and calm demeanor. Haney didn't hesitate to call Manny Pacquiao a legend. He pointed out that age can be misleading. Manny's timing, skill, and mindset are still razor sharp. Haney said people often underestimate Manny just because he's older, but that's a mistake. This theme keeps coming up. Pacquiao isn't just a former champion, he's still a real threat. His comeback doesn't feel like a publicity stunt. It feels like the return of someone who still has something to prove.
Fired because he did everything, like, you know, with such grace, and he did, you know, put up spectacular fights. He helped out his community. I'm trying to do things similar like that, but me, I'm more of I want to get back to, you know, like the younger generation.
Whether Manny Pacquiao can defeat the much younger Mario Barrios remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, today's fighters have immense respect for him. And it's not just out of politeness. These are boxers who grew up watching him, learning from him, and in some cases, being directly inspired or mentored by him. Pacquiao isn't just coming back to fight. He's coming back to remind the world why he's one of the all-time greats. The respect he's getting from current champions shows that the entire boxing world is watching. Even Jerona Tank Davis, known for his trash talk and confidence, showed genuine admiration. After Manny visited him before a fight, Tank said, "Manny is a genuine, respectful guy. Someone you can't help but admire, even if you're very different."
I think Pacquiao is a legend. I think that he's a real good fighter, and I think that people underestimate his skills because he's older or he lost to Floyd. But I still think that he has a lot in store, and I think that he could beat a lot of the top guys here. So.
And it's not just Tank. Chris Algieri, former WBO junior welterweight, champion and welterweight title challenger, has often praised Manny. Algieri once said, without hesitation, that Pacquiao hit harder than Errol Spence Jr. Think about that. Spence is a naturally bigger, stronger welterweight known for his power, yet it was Pacquiao, the smaller man on paper, who left a bigger impression with his punching power.
So really quick, tell me about Manny Pacquiao coming to visit you. He flew all the way from the Philippines to watch you fight. It's like an 18-hour flight.
That was dope.
He's a really cool guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Did he give you any advice or tips?
I don't think he gave me a tip. It definitely was fire to have him come.
Surprise you.
I'm surprised, bro.
What's more, Algieri didn't walk into that fight underprepared. In fact, he said, his training camp before facing Pacquiao was one of the best of his career. He was in peak shape, physically and mentally. But even then, it wasn't enough. That's the kind of greatness Manny brings to the ring.
When I fought Errol Spence, and he was the first fighter to ever stop me, and everyone was asking, man, I mean, he must hit harder than Pacquiao and Rusan. And I said, no, actually doesn't hit harder than either. They both hit harder than him. Well, how did he stop you? I'm like, he hit me with a lot. It wasn't the one punch. It was the number of punches that he landed on me that was able to.
Then there's Vasilis Lukashenko, one of the most technically gifted boxers in the world today. His footwork is elite, his speed is dazzling, and some even say he moves like he sees everything in slow motion. So, when someone like Lomachenko praises another fighter's speed and movement, it carries real weight. Lomachenko has said that Pacquiao is fast, powerful, and in his words, a living legend. He even remarked that Manny still moves the way he did a decade ago. At an age when most fighters slow down, Pacquiao somehow looks like he's found the secret to staying young.
My trajectory was so fast. It was exponential how quickly I got from, literally fighting in my hometown to fighting Manny Pacquiao in Macau. It was such a blur at the time. I was just so focused. I think a couple days ago you said that I was like the nerd in school. Well, I was a nerd in the gym too. I left no stone unturned. I trained so hard. I did everything right. I went to sleep early. All my food was perfect. My training was exceptional. I had all the good sparring partners. I left no stone unturned, and that was the way that I was able to deal with any kind of nerves going into a fight. Homework. I did my homework, so I was prepared. I always knew I was prepared for every fight, even if I didn't know what I needed.
Errol Spence Jr., who was originally scheduled to face Pacquiao before an eye injury forced him to withdraw, also showed deep respect. Even though the fight never happened, Spence acknowledged how meaningful it was just to be part of the build-up. He understands the legacy Pacquiao brings. Just preparing to face him was a moment of significance in itself.
And pleasure fight with legend, Very strong, he's very, very fast. Still Manny Pacquiao looks like.
And let's not forget Teofimo Lopez, the two-division world champion with plenty of star power. Lopez pointed out that Pacquiao's greatest weapon might not be his speed or power, it's his experience. According to Lopez, if Manny has the right strategy, he can beat anyone. It's about smart fighting, ring IQ, and the calm confidence that comes from years at the top of the sport.
What can I say about future Hall of Famer, the legend, sport?
Only 8th division champion of boxing.
Yeah,
and still a champion at the highest level.
All these fighters, past and present, young and experienced, agree on one thing. Manny Pacquiao is truly one of a kind. He's not just a legend because of his historic accomplishments, but because of the way he carries himself both inside and outside the ring. Respect isn't given, it's earned. And Manny has earned it from the very best in the sport. Now we want to hear from you, fight fans. Where do you rank Manny Pacquiao among the all-time greats? Do you think he can still become a world champion at 46? Share your thoughts in the comments below.